Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry about the lighting, technical difficulties. But tonight, I wanted to share, another story time video because I don't know what's wrong with people these days. They don't think when they speak. They think, oh, I'm just not gonna do this to this person because it's, wow. Sorry, this is just, it's kind of emotional for me, actually, to be honest with you, because it involves, and I'm not going to say any names for the sake of privacy and people. And so I'm going to call, okay, so a couple of my friends were going out with each other, and I was the one who, uh, the guy friend who's close to Andy and I, both my husband and I, his name is Andy, sorry about that. Um, and he's a really great brother. You know, we believe in the brother and sister in Christ thing. And so there's nothing wrong with talking to another guy friend. Yeah, so that doesn't even matter. But the point is that, he was like asking me to kind of help him set him up. You know, if I knew any good Christian girls around here, because let me tell you, this town where we live, oh my gosh, if you are on vacation, I'm sorry. Don't come to Gig Harbor. Trust me. You'll be glad you didn't. And I'm not saying that this is a bad town, but I'm just saying that once you're in it, it's kind of it's not as charming as it seems like it is. I'm kind of exposing Gig Harbor without exposing Gig Harbor, if that makes sense. Anyway, so that's not the point of the story, but my point is that sometimes you just, no matter where you go, things, and no matter who you're talking to, like this guy friend said that he had a crush on one of my one of my other really good girlfriends. So I said, oh, okay. And I'm thinking they're total opposites, but opposites attract kind of a thing. So I thought, well, maybe it'll work. We'll kind of throw the dice out there and see what happens. We invited them over here for a game night to our house here. We went out to dinner with them one time. We went bowling with them, which was really fun, by the way. And we did stuff together just to kind of throw the dice out there and to kind of get to know each other a little, so they could get to know each other a little bit better and see what happens. And I said, be her friend first, because that is the best advice I can give to anybody out there with a relationship. If you really want to start a relationship, make sure you guys are friends first and then you go out on a date, because I guarantee you, if you guys like each other as friends and then there's something more, then you can build on that, because they already know your flaws, they already know what you've done, they know a lot more than somebody that just comes in your life and you boom, you start a relationship, because that can be a little bit, wait a minute, I don't really know you type of a thing, and you're talking to this as a girlfriend or a boyfriend versus just like a friend. So that way they can decide if something, will be able to go farther, or if you guys are just better off as friends. Sometimes it's just better to do that. And so I said, just make sure you're friends first and, get coffee, whatever. And they did. And they were just friends at first. And then my guy friend liked my girlfriend, who wasn't so sure about him, but she was open to giving him a chance and stuff like that. So and he and her were going out for a little bit, and then my birthday rolls around, and this is my first birthday sick, like having a disease and just wanting support and love from my friends and my family around, and not caring as much about presents, because at the end of the day, that's not what life's about. If that was my last day to be with them. Do I want to be a memory of them forcing to give me a present? No. I just want to be around them because they're my friends and my family and people that I admire and look up to. And all I wanted was the love around me. That's all I wanted. And I felt that, which was the best thing I could have ever felt. I don't care about big presents. I care about the heart. I mean, if my husband did give me amazing things and it came from his heart and I so appreciate it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't want fake. I want real. I want genuine. I want the people that love me around. You know? And so my birthday rolls around and, I had kind of made plans with my girlfriend. I was like, hey, you guys, well, we're going to do something on this day to, celebrate my birthday and stuff like that. And so I text her like a week or so before my birthday. Whoa. What the? I am so sorry about that. I think it's trying to adjust, but I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Anyway, sorry about the lighting. Like I said, technical difficulties. Anyway, so, she texted me, and she's like, I text her, I go, hey, still coming over to do this, and she's like, yeah, and I was like, okay, are you guys, like, because I thought they were still together, and she goes, we broke up, and I go, oh, bummer, and then they're like, oh, it's okay, we talked about it, we had a good conversation, we just decided to be friends, and brother and sister in Christ. Maybe dating isn't great for us right now, but we're just gonna stay friends. But we're still gonna talk to each other. There's nothing bad. And I was like, right, no, I get that, I understand, and and I'm actually talking to my ex, but for some reason he isn't responding to me. But anyway, maybe that's a good. I don't know. But then things kind of got weird. Okay, so he was fine. This guy friend that I was talking to was fine coming to my birthday party, fine seeing his ex-girlfriend at the time, friend, brother and sister, fine with everything, right? Well, we get to that day, and then he's like, oh, I'm working, and I'm like, you said this before, like, so it was just me, her, and my husband that went out, but it was still had a blast. I'm not saying that we didn't, we still had a blast, but, and then, I'm talking to him, and then he just blatantly says, I don't think I should be talking to blank anymore. And I'm like, what? Why? I'm confused here. What changed? Friends don't usually just stop talking to each other unless there's a reason. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, just between you and me, I don't think I should be, talking to her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but I thought you guys were friends. So don't say that. And then put me in the middle here in an awkward position. And I'm also a little bit angry because this person put me in a very, very awkward middle situation where he was telling me stuff that he should have told my girlfriend because they were going out. I'm not the mediator between them. However, they think I am for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because I set them up. I'm not the person. I'm not a mediator here. I'm not like okay, you tell me and then I tell. No, you guys need to talk to each other. But anyway, but they don't think, And he this makes me so mad, and I know it might not come across this bad on on your point of view, but from my point of view, this is so he's telling me this, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Why wouldn't you why would you stop talking to her? I thought you guys were friends. What changed? He's like, well, nothing really changed. It's just my mom said this, and I'm just like, oh boy. okay, sometimes your parents have good advice, sometimes they don't. Okay? You can't always listen to your parents, regardless of how wise they may seem. And I'm not talking like, I'm talking in general here. So you can't just be like, oh, okay, mom, I got it. Yes. Yeah. And then he to me this is awful. Um well, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find something. So and then and I asked him, I go, have you mentioned this? And he goes, no, I haven't mentioned anything to her. It was something, my mom had asked me about, and stuff like that. This first started the day after my birthday. Uh, oh yeah, and then he wanted to say, like, he wanted to find a new church home to avoid her, and, he, he just, you know, was just, like, really rude about it, and he was like, well, I don't think I should be talking to her anymore, and so I'm just not going to talk to her, and I'm not going to tell her that I'm not going to talk to her, and I'm just going to cut her out of my life completely, and I don't think she's worth it, stuff like that, and I'm just like, whoa, why not tell her, oh, because I need to cut her out of my life for blah, blah, blah reason, and I'm just like, ah, what, she didn't do anything to you, she wants to stay friends with you, so. And I asked him, I go, so are you gonna mention this to her? And he goes, no, I'm not gonna mention anything to her. I haven't really told her. And I'm like, why? And he's like, oh, because I don't want to do it because I don't think she'll understand. And I'm just like, tell her. So the point is that he was gonna hide this from her, and she was gonna go thinking on that everything was fine. And I'm not okay with that. Like, that's not okay. And so I'm thinking to myself, why aren't you gonna mention this to her? And I was giving him time from, like, my birthday's April 14th, and this conversation happened the 15th. So he told me that he shouldn't be talking to her anymore. So I was like, oh, okay, what? Like I said, I was confused. What changed? Well, nothing really changed. I feel weird hanging around with an ex girlfriend right now, and I'm like, well, okay, she's not just your ex girlfriend. She's your sister in Christ, and she's your friend. So I don't understand. I don't expect people to understand what I'm saying here, but some of you I expect, but not all of you. Because this is kind of hard to explain. But it's like, she's not just your ex girlfriend. She was your friend first, and she's your sister in Christ. Sorry, excuse me. I'm tired. As you can tell, I've had a long day, but a fun day, but a long day. Um, and he was just planning on hiding it from her. So he put me in this awkward position of having to tell her. So I had to tell her. I texted her and I go, hey, I have something to tell you, and I don't think you're going to like it, but I have to tell you. So this was Thursday going into Friday. And so I tell her, and I go, hey, for some reason, he wants to cut you out of his life completely, doesn't want to talk to you, is not going to tell you why. I don't know, I'm sorry, you know, and I'm like, you can do so much better than him, you know. I was just like shocked that he would even do stuff like that. And she's not really surprised, but I'm like, jeez, somebody just stopped talking to you for no reason and you don't know why, and I know the reason, and I'm like, I can't let it go. I have to tell her, because if I don't and she finds out that I knew, she's gonna be like, why didn't you tell me? And I wanted to tell her because she's my, we girls gotta look out for each other in this world, you know. That's us girls. We gotta look out for each other. And I was just looking out for her, and I'm like, hey, here's what his plan is, and I don't know why he was not gonna tell you, you know. And I felt so awful for her, and I still do. And I'm mad at him for one, hurting her, and for two, putting me in the position of having to relay that news. And it's like, okay, well, you're not going to tell her. I'm going to tell her. But you should have told her. Like, I told her, I was like, I wish he would have told you himself, but for some strange reason, he's not going to. So I have to be the one to do it. And I love both of them, but I mean, if you're going to do that to a friend of mine, heck no. You're gone. You're dead. You're dead, man. You're gone. No. Not literally a dead man, but you know what I mean. Like, no. I don't take that shit from anybody. I don't take that. I'm just like, no, I don't take that, because that's not how you're supposed to approach things, first of all. You know? It's sad, because when people start listening to voices like that and then start cutting people off completely for no reason, the other person gets really hurt. Poor her. But it wouldn't be my life if I wasn't going through something. I'm starting to have bloody noses now, and yeah, by the way. And on, what was it, Monday night, I had a little bit of alcohol, on an empty stomach. It wasn't that much alcohol. Normally I could handle it just fine, but, something, and I apparently had taken my meds too soon or something, but something with the alcohol in my meds mix, and I was knocked unconscious for 30 minutes. My friend was yelling my name, and I didn't wake up, and then my husband started calling me, and the vibration woke me up because of the feeling, you know, I could feel it. She was yelling my name, though. She was like, Annalise, like, and nope, I was gone. And then my phone started vibrating, and then I was able to wake up, but it was so scary. I was like, that just happened. What the heck? And then I got some food in me, and I was okay, but like, boy. And I'm having nosebleeds and all that, so, you know, my health isn't great, but it is what it is. And anyway, so I'm stressed out from that, right? I'm still recovering, my body's not back to normal, and then all of a sudden he starts telling me why he isn't going to talk to her, and that he's going to cut her off completely and not tell her why. And I was just like, that's not right. No, I'm not going to let you hurt her like that. And he's like, I'm not going to do anything to hurt her. And I'm like, you just did. Men don't realize it, but they do stuff to hurt women all the time, even though they think that they didn't. My husband is such a rare person to find. I think that's why the Lord brought us together, is because I'm not saying this to brag about myself, but I am a gem, and so was he. And the Lord brought us together because he knew that we would make it an unbelievably amazing team. Because we would both have so many unique callings on our lives, and anointed ones, and more so than other people. There's just like this bond, connection. And that's what I was hoping that my friends would feel, but they ended up breaking up, and I ended up having to tell my friend the reason why he was being that way. And I would do the same thing. If a girl was telling me that, I would tell the guy. So it's not one-sided here. It's just the fact that he was ending up being a douchebag to my friend to hurt her like that for no reason. He doesn't have a reason. And I'm worried that he'll let his mom run his life forever, which is not a no. So, and he's like, I just made that decision because I don't like her anymore. And I'm like, you really can't try to be friends with her. I thought you said that you were friends, and that you still loved each other as friends and liked each other and wanted to hang out with each other. And then all of a sudden he says, oh, I don't like, this is kind of what I'm reading in between the lines here. Oh, I don't think I should be talking to her because she's my ex, and I don't like my ex. I think she's awful, and I'm like, wow. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Talk to you guys later. All right.